Hello friends, welcome to Technologic. I am Akshay. Today we will discuss about the partition versus bucketing, and we will explain when to use, what to use, and what's the benefit. Please let's start this session and please watch till the end. So if you keep the big data in a single file, then when you access the data you need to do a full table scan. So that is a very costly operation you need to do. So what you need to do as an remedy, you need to segment the whole data in the small files. Now the biggest decision is how many number of files. So if you create too many files with very small amount of data, you will end up with a small file problem. So that problem you can check if you don't know what is small file problems using the above link. And next thing is that what will be the ideal file size. So when you talk about the file size, so that could be in the SDFS block size, that is that can be processed by executor, that is 128 MB. So how to decide, like you need to go for the partition by or you need to go for the bucket by. So partition by, if you choose a column and that column has very high cardinality. High cardinality means it has unlimited amount of data, unique value for that column. So then if you choose that column for your like partition column, then you will create numerous amount of file with very small amount of data. And if that column is having like less cardinality, that is less number of unique values, so then you will create like very small uh, number of files with big chunk of data. So that decision is crucial. You can eradicate the small file problems using the bucket by. What it will do, it will segment the data in the number of bucket you choose. And if you know like your data, then you can choose that how many partition you should have, and that you can control using the bucket by. So you can choose a column and you can choose the number of buckets, and what it will do, it will create the hash function out of the column and then put all the data in that many number of buckets. So if you create 3 buckets, it will create 3 chunks of data and 3 files. Now let's see these partition by and bucket by in a Databricks example and find how like it is beneficial to you. So first benefit is that it will eradicate the small file problem. Second problem is like when you do the join of this table. So if you have the too many partitions of the data, then the data exchange or shuffle will happen. So and that will actually reduce the performance of the join in case of sort merge join. And then if you use the bucketing, then actually if the number of buckets is same for both the tables, then the data exchange will not happen, and that will actually increase the performance of the join. So let's check about the bucketing in a Databricks notebook. First we create a table. So I have this Parquet file. I will read the Parquet file in a data frame. And it has 3 columns called destination country name, origin country name, and count of the flight between them. And next I will create a table 1 using the partition origin country name. So whatever the number of origin country name, that many number of partition will be created here. And I will create a table 2 what will actually create the 3 buckets only, and I sort the data also using the origin country name as well. And in this case it will create actually 3 buckets, means 3 partition. because it has not uh, any partition by clause, it has only the bucket by clause. So if there is any partition and the bucket, then number of partition into the number of bucket will be the number of the ultimate partition as decided. So after running this, we will check the number of partitions in each table. So how can you check? So you can have the partition information as well as the bucket information using the describe extended then table name, this command. So we will check the describe extended table one first. I can see the origin country name is the column for partition, and if I check the show partition table 1, it will give me that 131 a number of rows, so that will be the number of partition here. Now if I check the describe extended table 2, then it will give me the number of buckets in the table 2. So you can see number of buckets is 3. Now if let's check the join part. So first thing we need to check let's disable the broadcast has joined to avoid the auto broadcast, and then I will take T1 and T2 from the table 1 and table 2. Now let's disable the broadcast has joined to avoid the auto broadcast. Now if we join the tables and see the explain plan, I can see the exchange has partitioning. So let's do that. And also check how much time it will take to join the tables. So let's go to the Spark UI. Go to SQL, and then you can see the join information here, and you can see the exchange of the data happens because you have created the small files and the data need to be shuffled for the join operation. And the last thing is you need to check is how much time it has taken for the join operation. It's 15 seconds for the join operation. Let's do the bucket by in both the tables. So I'm just copying this part. The sort by can only be done with the bucket by operation, and let's do there, and then I will have both the tables using the bucket by. Alright, so again we will do the same join, and it's a short merge join. Let's refresh it. Go to SQL, and this is the explain plan, and you can see in this sort merge join the exchange or shuffle of the data is not happened. And let's see how much time it has taken. for the same join operation. So you see there is a significant improvement in join. So the performance is less than 1 second compared to 15 seconds when the shuffle happened. And one more thing I want to highlight here. See, you need to have 3 minutes for the partition, to create the partition. So that is also a performance thing I want to show you. Now, alternatively, you can check the number of partitions using seeing the file using the ls command. So you can see there are 3 partition created. These are the metadata files and these are the partition files. So you have 3 partition file created, as there is only the bucket by operation happened. If you have partition by and the bucket by, then number of partition into the number of bucket will be the number of partition. Now, couple of points about the bucketing. So bucketing is enabled in Spark by default. It is like if you choose the number of bucket, and if you have used both the partition by and the bucket by, then the number of partition will be number of partition into the number of buckets. So if you have created if you have 10 partition and 3 bucket, the number of partition ultimately you create is 30. And the number of bucket you can define is between 0 to 100k, otherwise Spark will create the exception. So to summarize everything, bucketing is an optimization technique to enhance the join performance and eradicate the small file problem, and by reducing the exchange of the data. And second thing is like the bucket, you can, by using the bucket by and the sort by, you can control the number of partition you want to create over the data. So if you want to do the further read in this topic, you can always check the Jacek Laskowski's blogs and the videos. I have given the link in the description. And if you like this video, please share your feedback using the likes and comment, and please do extend this channel link and to the person who is interested in big data and Spark, and please subscribe to the channel to get more videos like this. Till then, thank you, bye bye.